What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel where we break down the biggest and boldest stories around America's team. And today, we have something absolutely jaw-dropping to talk about. In a shocking turn of events that has fans and analysts alike doing a double take, the Dallas Cowboys have reportedly brought back none other than five-time Pro Bowl linebacker C.J. Mosley, just months after he officially retired from the NFL. That's right, after hanging up his cleats earlier this year and saying farewell to the game, Mosley is making a dramatic return to the gridiron, and not just to any team, but to one of the most iconic franchises in NFL history. The timing, the need, and the drama behind this retirement U-turn are all adding up to what could be one of the most unexpected defensive moves of the decade, and today, we're diving deep into what this means for the Cowboys, for Mosley, and for the league as a whole. So grab a seat, Cowboys fans, because this is going to be a wild ride. Now, let's rewind just a bit. C.J. Mosley, a linebacker with a reputation for leadership, consistency, and relentless play, had called it quits after a storied NFL career spanning over a decade. Drafted in the first round back in 2014 by the Baltimore Ravens, Mosley quickly established himself as one of the most dominant and intelligent linebackers in the game. With 5 Pro Bowl appearances, multiple 100-tackle seasons, and a well-earned reputation as the quarterback of the defense, Mosley was respected not just for his stats, but for the impact he had on the locker room and his ability to read offenses like a seasoned chess master. After spending 5 years with the Ravens, he signed a massive deal with the New York Jets in 2019, though his time there was marred by injuries and the chaos of a rebuilding team. Still, when healthy, Mosley was a difference maker, a guy who could diagnose plays, rally teammates, and hold the middle of the field with iron resolve. So when Mosley announced his retirement earlier this year, it wasn't entirely shocking. He had battled through injuries, weathered the storms of a few disappointing seasons, and expressed interest in life beyond football, mentoring young athletes, business ventures, and giving back to his community. Fans paid their respects, teams issued statements, and it felt like a chapter had closed. But now, with news breaking that he's decided to lace up the cleats once again and don the star on his helmet, it feels like we're watching a movie. And not just any movie, the kind where the grizzled veteran gets the call one last time to lead the troops into battle. And for a Cowboys team desperate for leadership on defense, especially at the linebacker position, this might just be the perfect storm. Let's talk about why the Cowboys made this move. As most of you know, Dallas is coming off yet another season filled with promise that ultimately ended in disappointment. The offense has its stars, sure, Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, Tony Pollard, but it's the defense that has carried this team at times, thanks in large part to the dominance of Micah Parsons, the rise of Trevon Diggs, and the aggressive schemes of defensive minds like Dan Quinn. But linebacker has been an area of concern, especially after young standout DeMarvion Overshown suffered a serious injury that threatens to keep him out long-term. With Leighton Vander Esch's future uncertain and depth at the position thinner than ideal, the Cowboys front office found itself facing a familiar problem: who's going to be the general in the middle of this defense? Enter C.J. Mosley. The fit is almost poetic. Dallas doesn't just need a body, they need a brain. Someone who knows how to run a defense, command respect, and bring a veteran presence that instantly elevates everyone around him. And Mosley, despite having stepped away from the game, has always been known as one of the sharpest minds in the league. His ability to diagnose plays pre-snap, to shift coverages, to sniff out the run, and to rally defenders with the intensity of a battlefield commander, those are qualities that don't go away just because you've been off the field for a few months. The Cowboys are betting that Mosley, with his body healed and his hunger renewed, can still bring that same fire to the field. Of course, this move isn't without its risks. Let's not sugarcoat it. Mosley is 33 years old. He's had his share of injuries, including nagging groin and toe issues that sidelined him for extended stretches. Retirement decisions usually come with a lot of thought, and it's fair to wonder, what changed? Did the Cowboys make an offer he couldn't refuse? Did the competitive itch return too strong to ignore? Or maybe it's the allure of finally getting to play for a contender, a team that's just a few pieces away from making a serious Super Bowl run. Whatever the reason, the fact is, Mosley is back, and Dallas believes he has enough left in the tank to help push this defense over the top. Let's not forget what kind of locker room leader Mosley is. We've heard countless stories from his teammates over the years, guys who talk about how Mosley stayed late in the film room, mentored younger players, and held the defense accountable. He's not a loudmouth, not a hothead. He's the kind of guy who speaks with purpose, leads by example, and always puts the team first. That kind of leadership is invaluable in a room full of young, talented, and sometimes volatile personalities. Pairing him with Micah Parsons is intriguing on so many levels. Imagine the two of them in the same linebacker room, the young lion and the seasoned general. Mosley could take pressure off Parsons to be both the emotional and intellectual leader of the defense, freeing him up to focus on doing what he does best, wrecking offenses. From a schematic perspective, Mosley fits like a glove. The Cowboys love versatile defenders who can move, cover, and communicate, and that's Mosley's bread and butter. He may have lost half a step, sure, but his mental game more than makes up for it. He's seen every offensive scheme imaginable, and his instincts are razor sharp. Drop him into a system that already features a strong pass rush, solid secondary, and young talent hungry to prove themselves, and you've got a recipe for a revitalized defensive core with a clear voice calling the shots. Now, let's talk reaction. The moment this story broke, social media exploded. Cowboys fans are known for their passion, and the reactions have ranged from pure shock to excitement to cautious optimism. Some fans are calling this a genius move, a classic low-risk, high-reward signing of a proven veteran with championship DNA. Others are more skeptical, asking whether Mosley's return is more symbolic than impactful. But one thing's for sure, it has everyone talking. Analysts are debating whether Mosley's body can hold up through a 17-game season. Radio shows are running segments on what this means for the linebacker room. Former teammates have been spotted liking tweets and leaving supportive comments. The league is watching, and you better believe opponents are paying attention too. Imagine being an opposing quarterback now. Not only do you have to worry about Micah Parsons flying off the edge and Trevon Diggs lurking in the secondary, but now you've got Mosley in the middle reading your every move, adjusting the defense, and barking out audibles like he's been in the star all along. That's a scary sight, and while Mosley may not be the same player he was in 2016 or even 2021, he doesn't have to be. He just has to be the glue, the communicator, the tone setter, the coach on the field. So, what's next? Well, Mosley will reportedly be joining the Cowboys for team workouts immediately and will go through a modified ramp-up period to get his conditioning and timing back. Don't expect him to start week 1, but insiders suggest he could be fully ready to contribute by week 3 or 4, just in time for the grind of the regular season. And who knows, with the Cowboys opening the season against some tough offenses, having Mosley's mind on the sidelines even before he suits up could prove invaluable. Whether this move ultimately translates into wins is anyone's guess. But one thing is certain, the Cowboys have once again made a bold move that has the football world buzzing. C.J. Mosley's return isn't just a headline, it's a signal that this team is all in on 2025. They're not waiting for development. They're not content with being a playoff maybe. They want to win now, and they believe Mosley can help get them there. It's a gamble, no doubt. But sometimes, gambles pay off big. And that's it for today's deep dive. Let us know in the comments, do you think bringing back C.J. Mosley is a smart move for Dallas, or is this a risky play for a player who already called it quits? Will his leadership be enough to solidify the Cowboys' defense and take them over the hump? And most importantly, is this the kind of move that wins championships, or just headlines? Hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more breaking Cowboys content, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the madness. Until next time, stay true, Cowboys Nation, and keep that star shining bright.